L-għaqda hija importanti u s-sens ta' komunità jgħin ħafna sabiex wieħed jitgħallem aktar, jeduka lil nies li għadhom ma jafux u jagħmel pressjoni sabiex jittieħdu passi u jiġu stabiliti liġijiet ġodda għal ħarsien tal-ambjent u tal-annimali. Ikkelmuna dwar dan Leila Scott u Mabel Christensen minn Vegan Malta u Animal Liberation Malta.
Li hemm komuni bejn il-veganizmu u l-veġetarjanizmu li it-tnejn ma jiklux l-laħmijiet. Meta nitkellmu l-laħmijiet qed nirreferu għal laħam tal-baqar, tal-ħnieżer, tat-tiġiġ u anke ħut. Differenza bejn il-vegani u l-veġetarjani li basikament ma jeħdux affarijiet li jiġu mill-annimali ħajjin. Ġifieri nitkellmu bħal ħalib, ġobnijiet, bajt mit-tiġiġ u koll jiddeċidu li ma jilbsux ħwejjeġ li jiġu mill-annimali, anka dan jinkludi wkoll make-up per eżempju. Hemm ħafna alternattivi għal dawn l-affarijiet, fil-fatt il-ħajja ta' żminijiet hija vera faċli. Jien mhux minn dejjem kont vegana, fil-fatt kont nikol ħafna laħam. Jien kont marida, kont nisofri minn chronic asthma u eczema u diversi mart ieħor u ddeċidejt li minflok nieħu il-mediċini kollha li kont qed nieħu għax vera kienet jaffettwali ħajti u l-ħajja ta' kuljum tiegħi, iddeċidejt li nqaleb għall-veganiżmu. Minn dakinhar law ħajti nbidlet minn taħt fuq u biex ngħidlek id-dritt vera ferħana u minix se nerġa' mmur lura għal kif kont ngħix ħajti għax il-kwalità tal-ħajja tiegħi vera ħadet xejn oħra u għandha impatt pożittiv. Ikel li jiġi mill-annimali qegħdin nimpattu l-ambjent b'mod intensiv. Qed nużaw ħafna art, qed nużaw ħafna ilma, aktar art mhux biss biex għall-ispazju għall-baqar ma trid l-art ukoll biex tkabbar il-qamħ, il-ħmira li kellha l-baqar. Qed nużaw ħafna riżorsi li jekk ma niklux l-annimali nkunu qegħdin insalvaw dawn ir-riżorsi għal affarijiet oħra. Jien personalment għandu ma nipprova nħajjar xi ħadd billi nimponi l-opinjonijiet tiegħi fuq dik il-persuna. Li nagħmel li norihom il-benefiċċji li saru lili billi libt għal din il-lifestyle u ħafna drabi ikunu interessati fil-fatt ħafna nies qalbu għal-veganizmu għax raw kemm ibbenefiċċjajt jiena minn din il-bidla.
I'm a member of two animal rights organisations called Vegan Malta and Animal Liberation Malta. So basically our aim is to make veganism more accessible here in Malta. We organise street protests, movie nights, campaigns, we do public presentations on veganism, and we also do a lot of animal rescues. So we have rescued pigs, the Malia pigs, you may have heard of them, and rehomed them all, and also many rabbits we've rescued from slaughter, dogs, cats, pigeons, hamsters, the list goes on. So yeah, these are some of the things that we are involved in. So there are many benefits to a vegan lifestyle. Of course, you take a stand against animal cruelty and exploitation. So there's this aspect. So I would say that if you consider yourself an animal lover, then being vegan is a moral baseline. And second of all, for your health, there are many health benefits to veganism. So by being vegan, you lower your chances of getting chronic disease such as heart disease, diabetes, type 2 diabetes, osteoporosis, and vegans tend to have a longer life expectancy. And in terms of the environment, a lot less land is needed for a vegan diet. I mean, I'm not sure if you're already aware, but animal agriculture is the leading cause of climate change, ocean dead zones, species extinction, water scarcity, and world hunger. So by being vegan, it's the best way to reduce your carbon footprint and just to live a more compassionate, healthy life. Animal products are high in cholesterol and high in saturated fat, which leads to clogged arteries, which then leads to a host of illness and disease. So by eliminating cholesterol and saturated fat from your diet, the chances of you getting such illnesses and diseases are dramatically reduced. So also dairy is connected to illnesses such as osteoporosis because it's actually highly acidic, so dairy leaches calcium from the bones. I've always been an animal lover, so I was actually vegetarian before turning vegan, and I thought that there was no harm caused in the dairy and egg industry. And then I actually met a vegan while I was living in Sydney, in Australia, and she asked me questions like, well, how does a cow get pregnant? How does a cow produce milk? What happens to the males, you know? Because they can't produce milk, they can't be used in the dairy industry. And she really started questioning me, and I had never thought about it before. So that evening I went home, I did research on the dairy and egg industry, and I was horrified by what I saw and the amount of suffering and cruelty in these industries. So I didn't transition to veganism overnight, but within a few months of learning about these industries, I became fully vegan, and I've been vegan for 5 years now. I know a lot of Maltese people who are vegan. Yeah, I know a lot of foreigners living here, and I also know a lot of Maltese people. In our organisation, we have both. We have a lot of Maltese members and people from different countries. Veganism has increased dramatically over the past few years. I mean, I've been in Malta for 4.5 years now, and I've seen a huge, huge increase in the number of vegans here. And I think a lot of businesses are really catching on to this, and now, you know, eating out, for example, going to the supermarket, buying food is just a piece of cake. You can really just get everything as a vegan here. You know, you go to the supermarket, there are more than 12 different non-dairy milks to choose from. You go to a restaurant, they do vegan burgers, vegan hot dogs, vegan pizza with vegan cheese on, vegan cake with ice cream. You can just have everything. It's about abundance, not sacrifice. The benefits are endless. Every day you are taking a stand against animal abuse and animal cruelty. You are healthier for it, you have more energy, you lose weight, it's, as I said before, it's the most effective way to reduce your carbon footprint. So from an environmental perspective, you know, people are talking about, you know, turn your air conditioner off when you're not in the room, or take shorter showers, or take the bus to work instead of the car. But if you compare those things to actually just making the switch to veganism, the difference is just astronomical. You know, it's so much more effective by giving up animal products. It's not as difficult as you think it is. So one thing that people can do is take a pledge. There's a website called veganuary.com where people can go vegan for 1 month. So they're sent daily emails with advice and tips, so recipe ideas, documentaries to watch, daily challenges. So they can take this challenge for a month. We have the Vegan Malta map on our website, so people have a list of all the vegan-friendly establishments in Malta, which is just so many now, which is fantastic. I think just keep educating yourself, really see what's happening to animals, and I would say if it's not good enough for your eyes, then how can it be good enough for your stomach? Every vegan you meet probably once said that they would never go vegan, and now they say it's the best choice they've ever made. I mean, I can say that for sure, it's the best decision I've ever made.
Li wieħed jażel li jkun vegan ma jkunx ifisser li qed jiġħad lilu nnifsu minn ikla tajba. Anzi, wieħed ikun qed jikol b'mod tajjeb billi juża prodotti ġejjin direttament mill-art, mingħajr proċessar żejjed u b'riskju inqas ta' mart. Turina dan, Evelina Lukasiewicz.
I think it's personal choice, really, and I can tell you from my experience that I turned into vegan because of my health issues. I used to have a lot of food allergies and couldn't really eat a certain type of food, including milk and, including all dairy products, meat, eggs. And when I turned into vegan diet, I realized there was something more, much more to it. I've always loved animals, and I I grew up in a house full of animals, dogs and cats and others, and going vegan made me realize that you can really save them. The vegan person on average can save about 200 animals per year, and I think that is great. That's amazing, and that is one of the biggest reasons why people should turn to veganism, because we save a lot of suffering of the animals. Another reason why people turn into veganism is also, apart from health, obviously you get more energy, you become more energized, as the vegan food doesn't contain the unhealthy fat, which makes you feel tired. You also, and that's especially for women, you also lose some weight. So from my experience, since I've turned vegan, I lost about 15 kilograms. Just like that, not being on, not really working out hard or anything like that. I noticed that my mood improved, I became a happy person. Also, there's another aspect of veganism, saving the planet and looking after the environment, because to produce one pound of meat, you use about 13 pounds of grain, and you can imagine if people stopped eating meat and started eating the grains itself, that could really feed a lot of hungry people, which is plenty on the planet. We can get a lot of protein from soya products, for example, like firm tofu, tempeh, and other stuff. And also we have a lot of proteins in beans, in lentils, in some of the fruit, in some of the veggies as well. Same as we can find minerals and vitamins, which meat contain in those products as well. So there's definitely a lot of nutrition stuff we can basically find in vegan products. Let me give you an example. Cows take the proteins, and obviously other animals which we use, other farm animals which we eat on a daily basis, they take their proteins from plants. So why don't we cut the middleman? Why don't we cut the meat and actually start eating start taking our proteins from plants? My business partners and myself, we were coming, before opening this restaurant, we were coming to Malta for the last 5 years, I believe, and we've noticed that there was, apart from falling in love in this little island, and that was the love from the first sight, we noticed that there's a niche market. We could hardly find anything to eat, and we were being vegan at that point ourselves. And that obviously gave us an idea of bringing something to Malta, because we all met in London, and we always wanted to open our own place. But we were thinking first to open the place in UK. But coming to Malta, that made us realize that I think we were more needed here in Malta rather than back in UK. So that's why, and we have a lot of guests who are actually not only vegan, who are not vegetarian, they are meat eaters, and we have some regular guests who are who eat meat, and they're really happy to try something different, something as delicious as the meat dishes, this is what they say to us, and they are very open to try new things, healthy things. They very open-minded. They learn about what we put in our dishes, and they're quite happy to come back and try other stuff we offer on our menu.
Il-veganizmu huwa ideali sabiex il-bniedem ikun jista' jgħix ħajja tajba mingħajr ma jħalli impatt negattiv fuq l-ambjent ta' madwaru, speċjalment fil-konsum tal-laħam. Din il-kultura qed tiġi introdotta u mistħarġa f'diversi pajjiżi, anki hawn Malta, minn diversi entitajiet biex turi l-ġid li din il-filosofija tagħmel. Huwa tajjeb li nibqgħu nħadnu it-tradizzjonijiet tagħna tal-ikel mingħajr ma nħallu lil żaqna tiġribina u nikkonsmaw kemm meħtieġ għal ġisimna. Inqas ma nisfruttaw l-ambjent tagħna, aktar nibbenefikaw aħna, speċjalment fejn tidħol is-saħħa. Il-proċess huwa twil u tqil, imma wieħed jista' jibda billi jipprova jikkonsma inqas laħam minn normal sabiex jesperjenza hu stess il-benefiċċji li wieħed jista' jiggwadanja. Il-ħarsin tal-ikel ifisser ambjent aħjar sabiex nibqgħu ngawduh fi sbuħija kollu tiegħu, speċjalment fejn jidħol pajjiżna.